Don't you hate getting caught speeding by just going over the speed limit? With Bluewire Motorsport, we've got a device that'll change that. Well, the device is a speed alert, and it's a head-up display that sits on the top of your dash. It comes with obviously the speed alert, which is attached to 3 wires. You've got some adjusting plates, which you can adjust the length onto your windscreen, and of course the reflective tint that goes on your windscreen. I'll show you how it's done. What we have here is a Toyota RAV4, and what we need to do is put it in line of sight of the driver. So when you've got your speed alert, you need to run the cable down the side around the dash by just first maybe removing the rubber insert around the side. A lot of these plates just unclip and pull off like so. What you need to do is also maybe remove some of the dash parts so you can run the wire through and down just by unclipping. A lot of these cars unclip these days, so you probably find it a lot easier to go. And also you want to just move some of the dash particles, just 4 screws mainly, which has been previously done. So we'll just pull that forward like so and just lay on the side like that. Get your speed alert. Now it comes with an adapter plug, so you can actually unplug that first. And what we need to do is to run the wire from the top down to the bottom. Pass that through here like so. Okay. Then the best thing to do is just plug it back in. Right, so you don't see the plug at all. It's actually put away inside the trim. Just tuck all that down because we need to pull that out later through the top of the dash. And then squeeze the cable down the front and run the cable down, and we'll find power for those cables. Grab your soldering iron. What you need to find is an ignition system which is on while the car is driving. So find a plug and just test some power supplies. So we're just going to test the power. Okay, we're ignition on, we've got power on the light. Turn it off, the power goes out, turn it back on, the power comes on. So what we need to do is get a pair of side cutters or a pair of strippers. Just strip that wire off, like so. And what we need to do is connect the red wire to that wire. Okay, now we've stripped back some of the black around the wires. What we need to do is grab the red wire, just snip him off a little bit down the way, strip the end. Okay. And then hook that to that wire we've located. We put an eyelet on the earth, crimp that eyelet on, and then you need to find a point on the chassis where you can earth it to the body. Okay, so what we use is a tech screw and a drill. We'll screw it onto the body chassis, which we'll find the latest with this one here, and we'll screw that on. Just make sure it's a good earth and it's not an earth mounted to plastic. Okay, make sure you tape up all your solder joints with some electrical tape. Okay, now we've got ignition. We should have a light on the top here, which is triggered at 0. Next thing we need to do now is to find the most important part of the wiring is the VSS. Now that's vehicle speed sensor, and we've got to mount that to the computer of the car. A lot of cars are all different, they have different feeds, some don't have it at all. The ones that don't, you can actually put a magnet system on the tail shaft which will create that pulsing that the VSS needs to trigger it. Now on the RAV4, the VSS signal is behind the glove box, so what we do is just unclip the glove box, let it hang, and the computer is sitting right here. Now what we need to find out is which wire is the VSS for this car. make sure the windscreen on the inside is nice and clean. You don't want any hair or any dust particles in between the tent. So what I've made up a concoction of a bit of Johnson's baby shampoo and window cleaner mixed together into a bit of a lubricant window cleaner, so we can slide the tent on and slide it to where we need to go. You can usually just use any window cleaner, that'll do the same thing. So then you grab the tent, take it out the plastic bag. There's a little sticker on the top corner here. Grab that little corner of the sticker, try not to touch the sticky glue on the tent, pull that back, pull back the clear sheet. Okay, before you get to the end of clear sheet, stop halfway and then stick one side on and then just peel off the other side, so you don't touch the plastic at all. So that sits in position there like that. So now what we're going to do is try and flush out all the soapy water or the window cleaner. To slide the water out, grab a business card or a credit card and put it into a rag like so you can actually push the water and the air bubbles out. So we can get rid of all the air bubbles. Okay, give the dash a real good clean with maybe window cleaners, or I guess, or turps, or just that section so it's nice and dry. Then you grab the sticky back that's in the box. It's a 3M pad, which very sticky and it won't come off in the heat. So put it on one of the discs that's in the box that operates the angle. So we'll lay that on top like this. Okay, what we need to do now is to grab the speed alert. There's 4 little clips that clips into. Just push it in and slide it up until it clicks. Okay, what we need to do first is put the ignition on so the system comes on, and then we can line it up exactly under the tent where it's going to reflect back. Sit back to where you drive and then stick down the pad. Now what we need to do now, we've got all that hooked up, we need to put back the trimming, put back the front face and go for a test drive. Now we're ready to go on a road test, so what we need to do first is to press the setting buttons to speed. Okay, press the left button to program. We need to travel to 50. Since we travel to 50 on the speedo, we need to push one of the buttons on the front. So we'll travel to 50. Okay, now it's recorded 50. So what we need to do now is to pull over and turn the car off so it can remember the settings. When you turn the car on, the first 3 seconds gives you the voltage of your battery. So as soon as we turn it on, it'll give you the voltage, which we're on 13.1, and then go back to 0. As soon as we start the car up, you'll get movement on your digital speed alert. Okay, that'll take you up to 20, as we're doing 20 on the speedo. So what we need to do now is set the speed alert. So we push the left button. We've got volume, you can change the volume, change the brightness of the display, go to speed, data, and then attention. So what we need to do is to set our first speed alert, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Okay, then press the right button, that'll remember that. And we need to do the second speed alert, so we go down to alarm. So we change that, well, let's change that to 100. And then to program that in. Okay, now that's all program ready. So what we need to do now is to take the car for a drive and just make sure we get our speed alerts. Okay, you got your first siren, so that'll tell you that you've just gone over the 60 limit, and then just keeps you informed on 3 beeps. As you can see, that was easy to fit. Now you can buy the speed alerts online on bluewiremotorsport.com. This will save you a lot on speeding tickets.